Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for this demonstration of the Emission Reduction Credit, or ERC Generation General Workbook. This is the representative site analysis sheet and is the final sheet of the workbook. The purpose of this sheet is to provide justification for the use of a representative site analysis to quantify emissions. This worksheet does not need to be completed if VOC ERCs are not being requested to be generated, as indicated on the general worksheet, and if there are no fins using a representative site analysis as its VOC speciation source, as indicated on the VOC speciation worksheet. Let's see what happens when we change all VOC speciation sources to not be representative site analysis. We see that the sheet is grayed out and no longer available for input. Let's change it back, though, so we can continue with our example project. Please note that if a site is still active and it does not have a site-specific analysis, one may potentially be required to be obtained for the purposes of determining the VOC speciation profile for an ERC generation. Several examples of what supporting documentation is acceptable can be found in rows 8 through 12. Please note that this is not a comprehensive list. Beginning on row 22, any fin and EPN combination in which VOC ERCs are being requested that is using a representative site analysis as its VOC speciation source will auto-populate in column A. Next, you will select yes or no for each of the three listed questions in row 21, columns B, C, and D, to determine if the representative analysis criteria are met. If no is selected, the cell will turn red and a note appears stating to stop and do not proceed any further with this particular facility. In column E, provide a justification for using a representative site analysis rather than a site-specific analysis. For example, a site-specific analysis could not be performed because the site has been permanently shut down. Be aware that there is a 300 character limit for the cells in this column. Column F will auto-populate the required documentation to support the representative site analysis. Then, in column G, select an option from the drop-down to indicate if the documentation listed in the previous column is attached. If no is selected, the cell will turn red. Ideally, yes will be selected. Complete these steps for all applicable fin and EPN combinations. Once this is done, the ERC Generation Workbook will be complete. If you have questions, need assistance, or would like to provide feedback on the ERC Generation General Workbook, please email the Emissions Banking and Trading team at ebt@tceq.texas.gov. We hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching this presentation.